Guys, it's February 9th, and we still don't have a main event for UFC 300, and that's fine. I'm not freaking out. I'm actually loving this anticipation, the build-up to it. I love everything about it. I love to know, but at the same time, I kind of want to be in the dark and just get surprised. Listen, there's a lot of rumors, right? Some rumors make sense, some are very exciting, but some completely don't make sense, and why would anybody make them up? I have no freaking clue. Like, one of the fights that people are bringing it up, oh my god, there's a chance, is Alex Pereira versus Tom Aspinall, and this is, presumably, Tom Aspinall defending the interim belt versus Alex Pereira. I mean, the whole idea is absolutely insane, and I have no clue. Why would anyone even come up with this rumor? Why would even anybody remotely think about making this fight? It just doesn't make sense. I mean, come on. Alex Pereira is a big guy. Can he fight at heavyweight? Yes, sure. Does he need to go through a process, perhaps, like John Jones? Maybe not as long. Maybe he doesn't need 3 years to get into that field where he can fight at like 240, 250, 260. I don't know what weight he would be fighting at, but I don't think he's big enough right now, especially for a fast turnaround, to fight at UFC 300 versus Tom Aspinall. I think it's a crazy idea. I think Tom is way too big. We already know the outcome of that fight. Tom Aspinall will win. The only sense it would make is if those two fighting at 205, but how in the world would Tom Aspinall make 205? That's literally impossible. There's a better chance of, I don't know, Izzy Adesanya fighting in 155. I think that's more feasible. That's less weight to cut, probably. But, so that rumor is absolutely insane. Now, with all this talk and everything, if they don't come to an agreement, because last thing Dana said is, it's in the works. We're trying to make it happen, and it's been quite interesting trying to make this fight happen. So, we're all dying to freaking know, but, so they don't have a fight confirmed. Now, imagine this falls apart. Plan B falls apart, and we get Leon Edwards versus Bilal Muhammad. I mean, that would be an absolute riot. Like, even me, who already thinks UFC 300 is absolutely amazing, you are gonna ruin the whole card with that fight. Like, please, and I plead in, like, you know, in the name of all fans of the sport and non-fans, please do not make that fight, no matter what. Please. Better scrap. I'd rather see Zhang Weili be the main event than Leon Edwards versus Bilal Muhammad. That would be the absolute fail. Now, there's no talk from them as of recently, so they have a fight scheduled, and I'm pretty confident that they were like 301 or something else, some other event. It's not going to be 300. But the idea that there's a chance that it could be Alex Pereira versus Tom Aspinall doesn't make sense. Who would want to watch that? It's absolutely ridiculous. Alex Pereira should stay at light heavyweight, not move up, eventually go down if he wants to middleweight. That's about it. I really want to see him fight at light heavyweight. I don't want to see him at heavyweight. I don't think it makes any sense. At least not for now. He's got to fight at least a few more times, and yeah, we'll see what happens with like John Jones and the crew and all that. Okay, so there's one person that apparently knows, and that's Daniel Cormier, DC. He said he has a pretty good idea of who will be in the main event. Of course, he's not going to reveal it, and it was funny coming from Ariel Helwani, who says, yeah, you can just go ahead and do it. Nothing will happen, I promise you, brother. Insinuating to what happened after Ariel Helwani revealed the UFC 200. That's when his relationship with Dana and UFC ended. So, yeah, that was funny. So he has an idea. And by the way, if you remember, Daniel Cormier is the one that's also threw rumors that there could be a fight for 165, a new division for the new championship. That would include Conor McGregor and who else? I don't know. Somebody else, right? Now, also, we heard from Dana, and one of the, I don't know who it was on a podcast, and he said they asked him about Conor McGregor and Michael Chandler. Specifically those two. When are they going to fight? He says, I don't know. I hope in the fall. So in the distant future. Now, we heard from Conor that supposedly it's going to be International Fight Week, June 29th. Now Dana is saying, scrap that. It's going to be fall. So nowhere near any near future. So what do you guys get from that? Is that fight ever going to happen? We've been questioning that for almost 2 years now. So, I mean, I'm coming to a crazy conclusion right here. My conclusion is that means one thing. If Conor and Chandler will supposedly fight in fall, that means one thing. I don't think Manny Pacquiao versus Conor is going to happen. I don't think that's relevant to this conversation. I do think that Conor has a fight set up with somebody else. And as crazy as it sounds, if DC made that rumor that maybe 160... Look, here's my crazy prediction, all right? My conclusion from all of this, what I've heard, from all these moving parts, is that the main event for UFC 300 is going to be Conor McGregor versus Nate Diaz for the 165 title. I know, it's insane. Where does the 165 come into play? But hey, I think they're going to put Conor McGregor. It's that big of a fight, and it's that something that we didn't expect. That would fit all the criteria. 1, 2, 3, there we go. And what are they fighting for? There we go. Let's make up a new division, a new title. How exciting is that? And who's going to say anything against that? Nobody has the star power for him. Nobody deserves more, privilege than Conor McGregor, the guy that brought so many eyes to the sport. Sure, he's the biggest star, he's the biggest money, but probably the amount of money that he made for the UFC, he should be way more richer. Let's be honest, right? It's the popularity that he brought. It's probably immeasurable. So that's my crazy prediction. Conor McGregor, Nate Diaz trilogy for a title at 165. I mean, it's freaking insane. But then what happens with the 170? Right, it's I don't think it's happening, but that would be my craziest prediction ever. Conor and Nate Diaz 3 for a title. Why not? It's insane. Then again, DC says he has a pretty good idea. That doesn't mean that he knows exactly, but it sounds like he knows. To me, it sounds like he knows. What if he knows something from his inner circle? His inner circle, we already know who his inner circle is. Add 2 and 2 together. What if we go in that direction? Somebody in his inner circle is fighting somebody else. I mean, you tell me. What do you guys think? Leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe to Cage MMA. I'll see you in the next one.